What's up there, LEGO fans? Welcome back. Alex here. In this video, we are continuing coverage of our LEGO City rebuild, which is encompassing this entire area that you see right here, just kind of from the edge of the downtown area. And I believe this is actually part 4, so we're going to see some good progress in this video. At least I hope so. Now, at the end of last video, I kind of finished right around here with the docks right here. I have made some changes since the end of that video, which I'll cover here before we jump into a time-lapse build of more of this. So I had kind of an idea. An idea popped in my head. It was actually in the shower yesterday. I thought, hey, wait a minute. I think I got it. I think I got an idea to make this upper level with the airport work a little bit better. Because the big challenge with the airport, because that's what I want to tackle next, is the airport, is that you need a lot of space for it because those airplanes need to land, and that requires a runway. And I thought, where can I put that runway? It's just so tight up here. And I thought, wait a minute, what if I extend the table even further out? But I thought, nah, it's going to just cover this all up. I don't like that. But I thought, wait a minute, I don't need a lot of space covered up, just enough for a runway. And I thought, wait, I can just run it off the back there along the side. And that is what I'm thinking of doing. So what I ended up doing is I rearranged this area right here a little bit. I moved the train engine shed over, created these two chutes right here for these larger freight trains to park. And the idea is that I would extend the table right here, just basically 32 studs wide, all the way to the edge of the table. So these guys would actually be underground. You'd have a wall kind of like right here. And on the top of it, we would have our runway, and we would still have a decent amount of space right here for our train yard. You can see here there's a lot of trains going on right here. In fact, it's funny because I changed this around to be a load for the cargo ships. So the cargo ships can go under here. I extended this crane right here, this sliding crane, so it can actually take cargo from ships and load it onto our trains. And then our trains can actually go right on into the main line there. There's only, I think, 3 parked trains underneath the table now, so not very many. And I did that so that I can actually get these trains rolling right through there without having to move trains around. So that meant that I had to find another spot for the Emerald Knight, which is over here right now. So I created this little offshoot right here, so it works out pretty good. Let's take a look underneath there. So there's 1, 2, and the third train's that little guy right there. So that's it. And then I'll have these 2 on the main line. These are my main passenger trains. And then all the other trains are right there parked. These are all the freight trains all ready to go. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. Feeling pretty good about the orientation of the cranes right here and how this is all working and looking together. So at this point, what we'll do first is we'll build the extension right here, get that all set up, and then we will begin work on the upper level. So that's going to wrap up part 4 of the rebuild, which I guess I'm going to have to call the table extension, because really all of this has revolved around the fact that we've added that new section there. That's going to be the runway for the airport. But let's go ahead and take a look at the things that we were able to accomplish. A lot of the work has been working on the wall, getting that filled in, nice solid look all the way around to that edge right there. And I think we did pretty good. As you can see, I did a lot of, well, I tried to do some vine work, adding some leaves around these. I've never built these little vines before, so I'm a little beginner there. So give me some slack on that. But regardless, I'm fairly happy with how this has come together. Really happy with how the train engine shed is fitting in here really nicely. I think it looks really cool up against that wall right there. As you can see, we've added some green details, not a lot, but just enough to kind of give it some character. We'll continue to evolve that, but I don't want to go too crazy because I'll probably continue to add other stuff in there and I'll end up ripping that back out. But for the moment, I did that. Put some boats in here as well, and some vehicles. So there's some signs of life back in this area here. Of course, when we get the minifigures back into the city, that's going to be kind of the final step here. But yeah, pretty happy with how we got this wall here. Those 2 openings right there, they're probably a little bit too big from what they need it to be. But I wanted some vision into like what's behind there, and that's going to be a couple of trains there. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. That area might be actually where I try to fit an oil refinery of some type. I don't know. We'll see. Because I don't have any room for that, especially with the size that it was previously. No change here, but the next focus will obviously be with the airport up top, and I got to make a decision on whether I want to continue to try to use the new modern day road plates as the new runway and taxiway for the airport, or do I just go the easy route and use what I already have, which is plenty of those road plates. But one thing I don't like about them is they're all different shapes and sizes and dimensions as far as the roads go, and that kind of bugs me a little bit. So I'm going to try my best to do these. It's just going to have to come down to cost, really, because, well, $20 for just 4 of these, well, 4.5, I guess. That can add up pretty quick, especially with how many that I want there in the end. So part 5 will probably focus more on the upper level here with the airport and the hospital. I don't think a lot of it will change as far as how it was set up before. Obviously, we have some more real estate with this right here and some flexibility with the new runway. So we'll be able to play around with some space up here, get some other buildings perhaps, instead of just these 2, because they're so massive that they've just taken up this entire space. But I think that's going to look better here in the end. So that's going to be the focus of, I think, part 5. And of course, down here is going to be kind of the tail end of the rebuild. As you can see, I'm using this as my my temporary work desk for where I can put stuff together and put it into the city relatively quickly. So that's going to be kind of a mess I have to clean up there as well. All right, guys, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next update. Till then, have a great day. Bye-bye.